How you doing? It has been a while since I made a post on Daddy Chronicles, yes? And Father's Day is around the corner. And I could not go about my regular business and not say something that has been laid on my heart. I only put things upon my heart. As you guys know, I can talk. But this particular thing, and it has to do with daddies directly and also to children. And the first thing is that I want to encourage the fathers to continue to be there for your children. It's very important that you are there from the onset. You know, conception, of course, throughout the development of the pregnancy, talking to that tummy, and after throughout that child's lifetime. And why it's important is because in the long run you will benefit. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm not talking about investing. Because personally I don't believe that I need to invest in my children. I believe it's my role and responsibility to provide and to do what I can for my child / children. I'm talking about the importance where when you get older and loneliness set in, that child will be there. Because if it is that you fail to play your role and responsibility, execute your responsibilities, what will happen is that when you get older, you will be lonely and you will live with regret. And even if your child takes care of you because they have a sense of obligation, and you were wayward as a father prior to, then that child might have some sense of bitterness towards you, and so it becomes a lonely road. So play your role from now, so that when you're old and your children are taking care of you, they're taking care of you with that sense of joy, not so much obligation, but a sense of joy and love. I'm doing this because daddy was there and he is my father and I need to do what I need to do. The next point is to the children out there. There are many of us men, fathers, who we for some reason or another, I don't know, maybe I don't know, we tend to not get the idea of what it means to be a father until really late. And unfortunately that causes a lot of damage where your development as a child is concerned. We are not there as all we should be, maybe financially, maybe we'll protect you, but emotionally and otherwise we're not there. And we tend to, when we get older, I don't know if it's a man thing, but when we get older, it's like a switch go off. And all of a sudden we figure it out. And some of us have some regrets and we want to make amends where that is concerned. And I'm saying don't close us out. Don't close out your father if your father is sincere about wanting to be in your life. Allow that father, give him a chance. Again, sincerity is key. I can understand if you're cautious, and that is quite okay. But then at some point, allow him to play that role. Because, you know, sometimes it takes a while for us to figure out some stuff. You know, and when we do figure it out, we want to make amends. Even though in the former, your father wasn't there, in the latter, he wants to be there. Allow him to. All right? For those fathers they're coming around, big up yourself. If you don't have a biological child, that's okay too. Remember, your child doesn't have to come from you, but he certainly has to pass through you. Big up yourself, and again, happy Father's Day. Enough love. Peace.